The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore them or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guests will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and wow, we got an absolutely sensational special show coming your way. This is one of the most favorite people in the world. I'm talking about the guest that's going to be on the show. To Michelle and I. I mean, she just like my little sister. Her and Michelle are sisters, and she's going to enlighten you with a lot of things as relate to fitness, because as you know, the new year come in, everybody set the new year resolutions, and that lasts about a week. It lasts for a week, and then you're back to eating a whole bucket of chicken, doing all these things. You go to the gym for 3 days and you quit. This person is going to explain to you how to go about realistic goals. And Michelle, I'm excited about this guest today. I haven't broken my New Year resolution yet. I have you, Michelle.
A bucket of chicken? Who does that? Well, some people do. Who does a bucket of chicken? Well, you know, some people do that. But, you know, we've had this guest on the show multiple times, and she's always bringing new information, educating the audience, and we're excited to have her back. She's not only a guest, she's family, and she's a great friend of the It's Your Life, Dr. James Cooley Show. So, ready for me to introduce her?
Well, you know, first of all, let me tell the people, whichever platform that you're watching us on, whether it's E36 Television, Transfer TV, Apple TV, Roku TV, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Rumble, and over 84 other platforms, welcome to the show. If you want to be part of this great discussion, all you have to do is just go to the comments on the platform that you're watching us on, ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. And also, if you listen to us on the radio, you know, just give us a thumbs up. That's KCBQ, the answer out of San Diego, AM 1170, FM 96.1. That's also K-Sky, AM 660, the answer out of Dallas, Fort Worth. Michelle, can you do the honors by introducing the title of the show, purpose of the show, and introduce our little sister?
Yes. Well, the title of today's show is Setting Realistic Goals to Good Health. And we're having a sit down conversation with Dr. Angela Seay. She's a holistic wellness practitioner, health educator, chief visionary officer of D3 Health and Fitness, and executive director of the Lifesaving Education Training Institute. She's going to discuss the importance of setting realistic goals, pacing yourself, think big, long term, and start small, the impact of setting unrealistic goals, how it impacts the mind and body. You know, Dr. Angela Seay, she's a leading authority in health and wellness. And with over more than 25 years of experience, she has elevated and educated individuals across academia, health and wellness, and emergency preparedness. Her work empowers communities to protect their energy, strengthen their well-being, and make informed and life-enhancing choices. You know, she has done so much for as being a health educator, and she continues to do more. Please welcome back to the show, Dr. Angela Seay.
How you doing, Dr. Angela?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I am doing absolutely wonderful. Knowing that you're going to be here, I think about a week from today, Michelle. or-
Yes.
Yeah, the next week will be a week, and we're just excited to have her there. And we're excited for you talking about the show today, Realistic Goals for Good Health.
Yes, for sure. Thank you all for having me. It's such an honor. It's such an honor. I love you all. I feel the love, and I love you all just the same, if not more. So thank you.
Well,
Thank
you know
you.
we love you, Angela, and I tell you, it's just like I was joking in the beginning about people do set goals temporarily, and it should
Mhm.
be short term, midterm, long term goals, and
Yes.
they're only able to keep it because they're not setting realistic goals in their mind, maybe a week or two, and
Mhm.
then you return back to normal. So, well, I got next year. I might be another 15 pounds heavier, but can you tell, first of all, can you tell our viewers and listeners a little bit more about you that haven't watched you? You've been on the show many, many times. A little bit more about you. What makes you click? Why you're so passionate about what you're doing? And just enlighten them.
Well, as an educator, I know that we need to be in a happy place because we make a positive impact on the lives of children and families. So we need to make sure that we take care of ourselves, and that's how it all started. And the beat goes on. We are passionate about teaching and learning, providing information that is beneficial for longevity, to help people so that we can keep our communities vital, one person at a time, one day at a time, one step at a time. It's all about making sure that we make the right choices that work best for us. So, because there are people who are depending on us of whom we've never met yet. So, in order for us to do what we need to do to serve our purpose, we need to make sure that we first take care of ourselves so that we can do what we need to do to help others. And it has a domino effect. So we want to keep our communities vital. And that's what we're all about, sharing the energy, sharing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Wow. First of all, I must acknowledge my king who's watching, and he just sent you a message.
Okay.
You're saying, welcome, Dr. Angela. And
Thank you.
he knows that you will be a part of the traveling team next week on our way to Ghana. And
Thank you.
but you know what, Dr. Angela,
Yeah.
maybe we can get the whole kingdom together and do some type of fitness exercise. Yeah. But yes. So His Royal Highness, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Yeah. So
Yes. Thank you.
Angela, why is it so hard for many to understand the importance of setting goals because if you don't set goals,
Mhm.
you have nothing to achieve because you haven't set a benchmark or a standard.
Well, I think that people they will set the goals, but sometimes they will set the goals that are not achievable. When they set the goals, they set lofty goals without knowing the cost and time and energy that it will take to achieve those goals. So I think it's best that when we set goals that we think big. Yes, by all means, always think big, but start small. And when you're trying to make changes, you want to make changes in increments. You want to make sure that when you set the goals, whatever the goal may be, you want to make sure that it is feasible, whether it's a long-term goal, short-term goal, whether it's a goal, if the short-term goal is within 30, 60, or 90 days, or 6 months, or whatever the case may be, or if it's within a year or 3 years, 5 years. Either way, you want to set goals that are feasible and doable, that you don't get burned out, or while you're working to achieve the goals, you don't get discouraged. Because when you set the goals and they are too lofty, oftentimes it's easy to become discouraged and not achieve your goals or even come close to achieving them.
Yeah, so we got about 2.5 minutes before the break.
Mhm.
Why is it important to consider your current lifestyle when setting health goals?
Yes. Okay. So thank you for asking that question. All right. So if it is important to understand who you are and where you are as it relates to your lifestyle, if you want to change something that you are currently doing, you want to start with one thing or one area. You don't want to try to change everything all at once. If you know that you, right now, if your goal is to drink more water, then you're not going to automatically start drinking a gallon of water or even half your weight in ounces immediately, because your body will go into shock. It will make you say, never mind, I'm not doing this, because one, you won't be able to get anything done, because you will have to go to the bathroom every 30 minutes or less, because your body doesn't know what to do with the water when it's not used to intaking that amount. So you want to set your goals according to your lifestyle and the things that you want to change. You want to change them gradually for long-term stability and consistency.
Wow. Yeah, setting goals is I always found that's the only way that I can really check off a benchmark is setting
Yes.
goals. Otherwise, it's easy to quit, just like you're saying. Tell you what, we're
Yes.
gonna take a station break, but we got a lot more Dr. Angela Seay's coming your way. So if you want to be part of this great discussion, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're watching this on, ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Are y'all ready? It's about that time for the It's Your Life show. Dr. James JC Cooley. That's right. It's your life. Cooley.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? In everything that you do.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
Are y'all ready? It's about that time for the It's Your Life Show. Dr. J.C. Cooley. That's right. It's your life. Cooley.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life, and what we're talking about today is we got an expert here, fitness expert, setting realistic goals for good health. And health is the most important thing I believe that an individual has, and ensuring that they are going to be able to achieve a lot of other goals in life. You have to have health. So, getting back to that, Dr. Angela, can you tell our viewers and our listeners why it's so important to understand when you're setting these goals, realistic goals, that they have to be able to stick with them?
Yes. So our health is our wealth. It's not just a cliche or just a statement just to be made. It's a fact. It's a fact. Without good health, you cannot do anything else. Like, our health drives everything that we do. And we have to take care of ourselves. Our bodies are designed to heal itself. So, but in order for it to do so, we have to make sure that we do what we need to do to take care of our body. And when we set goals as it relates to our health, we need to make sure that, one, that they are doable, that they are feasible, that they are goals that you can't change overnight. If you've been doing something as relates to your health that you want to change, then you start with that one thing, or you may even have to take it in increments. If you believe that you want to lose weight, then first you have to acknowledge where you are currently before you can do anything. Acknowledge why you're at the weight that you are, why you want to lose weight. What is your purpose for deciding that, okay, I want to lose X number of pounds by, and And I've had clients who would say that I need to lose 25 pounds because my family reunion or my class reunion is coming up in 3 months or 6 months. That's not feasible for you to want to hurry up and lose weight like that because you have an event coming up. It can happen, but you don't want to put your body through that kind of stress because it does more harm than good. For an example, if you are trying to lose weight rapidly, one, you need to realize that you didn't gain it rapidly. You didn't just wake up one morning and became 25, 35, 40 pounds heavier. It happened over time. And it's going to take time to get it off and get it off the correct way, and so that it is sustainable. You don't want to just lose it because you have an event coming up, and then when the event is over, you don't have a plan for consistency, for good health. You just want to lose the weight just for.
Wow. So why not just losing weight, but other things to set fitness goals? Because weight is a problem, but also mental health, state of being, mindset, all of these
Yes.
things plays a major role in getting fit from a physical, mental, and emotional standpoint. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, we have a class that focuses on the 8 dimensions of wellness that addresses the intellectual, the social wellness, physical wellness, emotional, mental, financial wellness, environmental wellness. So it's not in separate silos. It all works together, and it all happens together. Everything in our bodies we can't do it in isolation. Losing weight is not something that you can do in isolation. You can't separate any part of health and wellness by doing one thing or the other. It's a combination. You have to address the mind, body, and soul. And in order to do that, you have to be mindful of what you do, what you eat, your activities, what you listen to, what you're exposed to. Do you get enough rest? Do you listen to your body? And the list goes on and on and on. We would need to have a show just specifically for preparing the mind, body, and soul for good health when you're trying to make that transition.
Well, you mentioned mind, body, and soul,
Yes.
and I believe that anything that you do when you set, you have to go through the mindset first.
Yes, you have to have the mindset.
And how would you recommend to our viewers how to establish the proper mindset for the goals that they are trying to achieve?
Well, first you want to identify the goals and identify your why. Identify your why, and then think about how you're going to achieve it. What resources do you need? Do you need a support system? Do you need an accountability partner? Do you need a holistic wellness practitioner and health educator to help guide you through achieving your goals? So you have to make sure that you make a list. I have a program that's called the Mindful Body Budget. Do you keep up with what you need to do with your body? I mean, we keep up with our finances. We keep up with things that we purchase. We keep up with everything. But do we keep up, and are we intentional about taking care of our bodies? Do we get enough sleep? Do we keep ourselves hydrated? So you want to make sure that you generate a plan, write it down, just like the word says, write it down and make it plain, and identify where you are and what kind of assistance and support do you need. align all of those things up, and then you start always, just as you say, Dr. Cooley, think big, dream big. Yes, always, but you want to start small, especially when you're making changes. So that, because you want consistency. Consistency is everything. So if you say, well, I'm going to start walking and get at least 5,000 steps in a day. If you know that you're not the person who gets up and move and walk, 5,000 steps is really good. You can easily accomplish that. And having the support of an accountability partner or wellness coach, they will help you. Those individuals can help you achieve your goals, give you strategies that supports your goals, your lifestyle, and what you're trying to achieve.
As you mentioned, mindset, you see what Dr. Sandra said.
Mhm.
Once the mind is set, the body will follow. And having the right focus and mindset will help us create the right vision and understanding for us reaching our goals, whatever that might mean. So
Yes.
let's talk about mental health a
Hmm.
little bit as it relates to that, because um, many folks, they start something mental health wise, they are not focused on ensuring that they stay on one thing at one time instead of just flopping 8 different type of things at one time, and they can't stay focused and they cannot achieve any goals, and that's kind of put them in uh, a bind where they feel that they're not able to complete anything. Can you talk about that?
Yes, I can. It's we have become, I would say, thrust into an era that we believe we have to multitask and have several things going on, when not knowing that if we have too many things going on that really needs attention, something is going to fall short. Something is not going to be achieved. And when we try to do too many things and our mind cannot focus on one thing at a time, we become frustrated, stressed, and it does more harm than good to the body on so many different levels, because our bodies keep score. So if we're trying to complete so many different things, and our mental capacity and our brain, sometimes it moves rapidly, and we think about things all the time that we can do, but when we try to accomplish 3 or 4 different things at the same time, it causes stress on the mind and body. And in order for us to do what we need to do, we have to take care of our minds. Because if we don't actively take care of our minds, then our dendrites will not keep replenishing themselves. So by multitasking, sometimes we are stressed, our bodies are overly stressed, then it affects our dendrites. So if our dendrites are not replenishing, then our thought processes, our creativity is limited, and we don't want to do that to ourselves. So
Explain
we need
that.
to
Then,
like
the drive dendrite.
den-
Explain that.
dendrites is a part of our brain that, if we are active and learning different things, the dendrites replenish themselves. It keeps us building our skills as critical thinkers. It diminishes forgetfulness and things of that nature. So we have to make sure that we complete tasks and do things in decency and in order, rather than trying to do several things at one time, that our brain cannot function or focus on the things that we need to master or complete.
Wow. Yeah, well put. Well put. We're going to take a
Mhm.
station break, but we got a lot more Dr. Angela coming your way. So if you want to be part of this conversation, whichever platform that you're watching us on, all you have to do is go to the comments, ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Hey, it's your life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. That's right. It's Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's your life show. Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Cooley. Heart disease research saves lives. It's that simple. Thanks to medical advancements funded by the American Heart Association, more women are surviving heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular diseases than ever before. But there's still so much work to do.
Hi, I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and I'm raising funds to support life-saving research because every heartbeat is worth fighting for. In honor of Women's History Month, please join me in support of the American Heart Association and women's health.
The future is here.
Now is the time to pursue the greatness in you. Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith meets future. We are a fully accredited, 100% online Christian university. We offer bachelor's degree, master's and doctorate degree programs, built for students like you. Affordable tuitions, 30+ degree programs, 100% online and flexible. Integrating faith with learning. Study from anywhere at your pace. At VCU, we do not just prepare you for a degree. We prepare you for purpose. Discover who you are, grow in faith, and build a future that impacts the world.
Are you ready to start your journey today?
Visit www.viridianchristianuniversity.com.
Apply today and be among the global leaders.
A Black Man's Point of View is the newest Amazon.com #1 release and bestseller book from author Dr. James J.C. Cooley, featuring the perspective from 11 other contributing authors. In A Black Man's Point of View, Dr. James Cooley unpacks his thoughts and personal experiences about the challenges, stereotypes, and feelings of self-worth that many black men face today due to a 400-year ancestry rooted in slavery and colonization. Yet, how so many black men move forward despite this history. Most importantly, A Black Man's Point of View conveys that all men, regardless of race, creed, or color, are capable of love, respect, and dignity. Described as a map to a greater life from the heart of a man who's experienced life's misfortune and harsh conditions, James shows us how beliefs, convictions, and a healthy mentality can help propel a life worth living. A must-read for all. Order your copy of A Black Man's Point of View by author Dr. James J.C. Cooley today from Amazon.com or wherever books are sold.
1, 2. It's your life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Yeah. All right. Your life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you that this discussion I'm having with Dr. Angela is so important because it's important to set goals, especially when it comes to our health, but also set goals in life as well. And a lot of time we try to achieve our goals without putting a whole lot of thought in it, and we outpace ourselves and we burn out because we did not have a plan.
Right.
Dr. Angela always have a plan. She does. Yeah. Can you explain to our viewers and our listeners why it's so important that we don't burn out and that we don't outpace ourselves? Because just like you mentioned in the first segment, you didn't just wake up and 30, 40 pounds overweight.
Right.
It took some time, and it's going to take time to stay motivated to achieve whatever goal that you have. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, I will. Thank you. You want to understand your why of having the goals as relates to your health and wellness. And I can tell you that people are depending on you, of whom you've never met yet. So if your immediate experiences is not enough for you to say, I need to do something differently, then think about your purpose of what it is that you're supposed to do for the people of whom you've never met yet, who are depending on you. But it's great to have a plan, and understanding your why you're setting your goals and doing what you do. And setting your goals doesn't stop there. You don't just set your goals and then decide, all right, this is what I'm going to do. You have to have a plan, a roadmap of how you're going to get from point A to point B. Different milestones between getting from point A to point B, because you don't want to attempt to go from 0 to 1,000 in 30 seconds, and that causes burnout. And if when you get burned out, then you can achieve the goals that you've set. You can't be of service to the people whom you're supposed to be of service to help, because you're not in a position to help yourself. So you want to make sure that when you set your goals, that you have a plan in place. You want to set your goals, think about your goals, how you're going to achieve them, and what do you need to achieve them. You want to celebrate the small wins. You always celebrate the small wins. If whatever your goals are as it relates to health and wellness, you celebrate the small wins. You congratulate yourself. Talk about it with your peers, your accountability partner. But you have to have a plan, because if you don't plan, then if you don't have a plan to carry out your goals, then that's an automatic plan for failure.
Dr. Angela, one of the things that I talk about in group settings, or also in my speeches, I talk about what we call, it's all evolved into a plan, but it's called the MDC theory.
Mm-hmm.
The MDC theory. That what it stands for is motivation.
Yes.
Dedication.
Mm-hmm. And commitment.
Creation.
Oh.
Let me break it down.
Okay.
If you set goals,
mm-hmm.
and you say, hey, I want to, say, for example, let's continue to use weight. I want to lose 30 pounds in the next 60 days. So that's your motivation right there, right? Is to lose 30 pounds in the next. So in order to do that, you have to be dedicated on what it requires to do that, meaning cut back on eating, get up and exercise at least 4 days a week, set time, and all of these other things that go with that, and stick with that. Creation is the final product. Mm-hmm. If your motivation is there and you truly is motivated to do that, mm-hmm. your dedication has to be there, even when you don't want to get up at 7 o'clock, 4 or 5 days a week. You have to push yourself, because the vision at the end is the creation.
Yes. I agree. And we have to be motivated to achieve our goals. We have to have a plan to do so. And without it, our chances are slim to none to achieving our goals. And slim may be, I don't know, barely existing somewhere, or maybe in quicksand somewhere. I don't know. But we want to, you have to be realistic when you set your goals. If your goal is to lose weight, then you have to dig deep and know who you are and where you are as it relates to weight and weight loss or weight gain, because like I said, it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen. So you're going to have to look at more than just what you eat. You have to look at when you eat it. What are you eating? How often are you eating? Are you moving? Are you actively exercising? Are you intentional about what you do and eat? And when you eat, do you ask yourself, how will this help my body? What is in this? How is it fueling my energy?
Yeah, I agree, because you can have, like, let's say something like a Cracker Jack, or just like a potato chips or whatever. You kind of look at it and you're like, wow, I'm really eating a bag of sugar or a bag of salt. This has no nutritional value. And I'm setting unrealistic expectations. I mean, we all want to be young again, but how unrealistic to try to get back to the weight when you were 18 or 19 or 20. I mean, these things, I'm not saying can never happen, but how unrealistic is it? Shouldn't the goal be to be healthy and fit where you are now, not to go back 20, 30, 40, or 50 years when your waist was a 21 or 22, and you want to go back to that? I mean, your body has shifted. You've gotten older, and with women, we go through the change, and men, they, the muscles, it's a lot of changes go on. So how unrealistic is that?
Well, it depends on the individual. I'm with you. I think that we need to focus on making sure that we are healthy where we are, and fit where we are. If we're 60 or however old we are, then embrace that. Embrace that and focus on taking care of our bodies so that we can remain healthy. And we don't necessarily have to have the 21-inch waist that we had when our metabolism was whatever it was when we were teenagers or in our early 20s. Our bodies change, our metabolism change, our mindset, and everything changes. But the key point is to remain active, to eat clean, and be intentional about what we eat, when we eat it, as well as our exercise. Be intentional about what we do, and always ask ourselves the how and the why question. What is it? Yes. And how's it going to affect my body? How's it going to affect my energy? I have energy. I have enough to share. It automatically replenishes itself, but everybody can't say that.
Exactly. Especially, doing the little things like drinking enough water, hydrating, stay away from the sodas. My gosh.
Sure.
And also those fruit juices. They can take, you know what? Read the labels. How important is reading the labels when you purchase your food? Or I'm not saying you can't treat yourself once in the blue moon. I'm not saying that. But read the labels. If you read like a fruit juice, you see how much sugar it contains. It's really a lot of sugar, or it's just really amazing. So to take control of your health, can you talk about, and I think I'm getting ready to go to a break in 1 minute, but how important is reading the labels, Dr. Angela?
Reading the labels are extremely important. As a matter of fact, I have a nutrition seminar coming up in March about nutrition, and reading labels is a component of that. My rule of thumb is, if you purchase something and there are more than 10 ingredients, no, that's not an item that works well with your body. So reading labels and knowing what's in the products that you are intaking, it really makes a difference. It makes a difference with your energy level, if the energy replenishes itself, or if you are drained.
Wow. We have to take a station break, but this is so interesting. I tell you what, our viewers and listeners out there, it's not too late to join this conversation. If you want to be part of this great discussion, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're watching us on, ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Yes.
All right. it's your life.
I am Dr. Renee Street Toppin, founder of Black Women Who Want More. At Black Women Who Want More, we are proud listeners and dedicated fans of It's Your Life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Are you ready for more out of your life? Join us at Black Women Who Want More Academy, where women of color boldly pursue excellence as public speakers, authors, leaders, and entrepreneurs. This is your life. This is your moment. Today is the day you begin the journey toward your dreams at bwwmacademy.com.
1, 2, it's your life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Yeah. All right. Your life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and Dr. Angela is laying it out. She's laying it out about setting realistic goals, about understanding that we have to have the right mindset, and understanding that there is no giving up once you set your mind. But I also believe that health requires a lot of other things associated with that as well. And Dr. Angela is doing a whole lot of things other than just fitness training. I mean, she CPR, doing all type of seminars, everything associated with her. Dr. Angela, if people wanted to reach out to you to enlist your services, how can they do that? And can you tell them about some of the other things that you're doing?
Yes, I will. They could reach me on my website, www.d3healthfitness, D as in David, the numeral 3, healthfitness.com. You can find me on the social media platforms, Dr. Angela, or on Facebook, D3 Health and Fitness, or Dr. Angela C., or Lifesaving Education Training Institute, LETI, Dr. Angela at gmail.com. You can email me, or you can reach us by phone at 256-714-1194. But we provide educational seminars to teach people how to take care of themselves without dieting, without restrictions, how to look at what they're eating and how it affects their body, whether it's an asset, if it's a deposit, withdrawal, and things of that nature. We train people on emergency prepared readiness, CPR training, BLS, and the list goes on, and CPR for pets.
For folks out there, you mentioned CPR.
Yes.
That like, hey, I want Dr. Angela to teach us. Are you able to teach classes online as well?
Yes.
Can you tell them about that?
Yes, those are dual courses. So, and hybrid. So there's a component that you will complete online, and then you we travel, we are mobile, so that you don't have to. We bring all of our equipment, come to your workplace. If you have an organization, businesses, you want your employees and staff to be CPR trained and certified, we travel and certify you. So that's a component. You can do the theory online and the practicum, the practice in person. You can reach out to us via our website or email, social media. We're available. We want to change the narrative because right now, the research says there's only 3% of our population who's prepared to provide CPR in case of emergency. So we need to change the narrative, and more than 90% of our cardiac arrest emergencies happen in non-medical areas. So we need to make sure that our people, so we can keep our communities vital, to train as many people and certify as many as we can. So if you're interested in becoming an instructor, our class is virtual every third Tuesday at 7:00 p.m. Reach out to us. We'll be glad to have you to join a great team and help us fulfill our mission to educate and elevate other people.
For those that are listening that own businesses, brick and mortar, and got folks in their businesses,
yes,
would you recommend that they get all of the folks certified so that they will have understanding in case something did happen in the workspace or even outside the workspace, where they can render support to help save lives?
Yes, it would be advantageous for everybody to be CPR trained, because if you have one or two people, so what if something happened and those people are not available? Or if you're in a building and something happens in one area, you may be in a building that's more than 5,000 square feet. So if you only have a few people who are certified and they aren't available, or if they are focused on doing something else or involved in something else. So you want to make sure that everybody is certified and trained and know what to do in case of emergency.
Yeah, and that's so important. That's why I mentioned that
Yes,
health comes in so many different ways.
it does. It
Physical
really
health,
does.
mental health, emotional, spiritual health as well.
Yes.
And
And intellectual health. We have to continue to keep ourselves knowledgeable, learning new things, learning information about what is happening and things of that nature.
yeah, we got about 2 minutes left in the show. What are
Okay.
some takeaways that you want our viewers and our listeners to take from this great discussion?
Well, I want listeners to first take away that when you set goals, make sure that they are realistic goals, goals that are feasible. And when you set your goals, make sure that you develop a plan. You need you need a plan of how you're going to achieve them. And if you need a support system, be sure that you have that. If you need somebody who's accountable to and for you, make sure that you secure that. You want to always think big, but start small. You have to do things in increments, and you want consistency. And when you try to do too much at one time, you cannot have the consistency, and you will not get the results that you want.
Dr. Angela. Amen. Amen. I want to thank you so much for taking the time. You know, you got a standing invitation to the show anytime. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show. I'd like to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley always for putting together and bringing the best guests on.
Thank
Most
you,
importantly,
Michelle.
I'd like to thank our viewers and our listeners for tuning into the James Cooley Show Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and also on the radio. Always, always dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Yes,
Thank you,
your
listener.
life, and we'll see you then.